dripping this morning and that tractor is running in 1,000 Can't even hear it. Can't even murmur, is it? Just letting that slow down, then we're just going to quickly sharpen the blades a little bit. Quick shed brush, get the straw up, ready for bringing more barley round. It's like 3 brushes in one go, but doesn't get tired. Hopefully that's dried out now. It's full of water from yesterday. I think that one's the same, actually. I'll show you. Don't know which one was put in the field first. Yeah, that's pretty much dry now, but if you look in here, hopefully I'm not going to get wet. Oh no, that's dry completely. That must have only been put outside this morning. Maybe we should have hitched up to that one instead. Rob perhaps didn't know. Gonna move some barley round from one shed to another. Another day, another fly tip. Like someone's renovating a house. So maybe, unless it's out of a shed. Don't know, plenty of doors. Doesn't look to be anything now with an address on, which is a bit annoying. Maybe we should have had the poacher block across the gateway. I could have a match to it. I'm not paying for a skip. Forgot to show you these. These are holiday lets at Turriff. No, not Turriff, sorry. Someone at Turriff Show gave them to me. They're up in Scotland, so they've got the sheep shed, the dairy, the farmhouse. Find us on Instagram, so yeah, check them out. I think the lady who housed them actually painted them pictures as well herself. Aren't they cool? Morgan's taking off the aero. Make a log splitter out of that, can't we? Yeah. We decided that it was better off at 1,000 speed rather than 5,000 economy. The tractor's got a bit more torque back up. Load of straw on the back of the 728. I'm going to drop this off at Wellbrook and pick up the rake because that's where I left it. And I'm going to shoot up to try some of the wheat stubble. So the wheat straw that's been getting wet for the last few days. See if we can roll it over and maybe bale it. Don't know whether we'll get it today, but we might tomorrow. But certainly not going to dry unless it's been rolled. Can you hear that? That's wind. And we've got some sun and we've got a load of wet straw. Just going to flick it over now. We could use the Samash front rake and invert it, but some really rough tram lines at the end of the field. And I feel this with bigger wheels, it's less likely to do any damage to the machinery. So I'm just going to roll it with the rake. It might need doing twice, but that breeze will really help, hopefully. This is what I'm shaking out. I'm just slowing down because there's a lump there where the combine stopped. This is actually relatively dry. It's just the headlands where it's been driven on. So tomorrow's supposed to be a good day as well. So I think I'll stand it all up, get the wind through it, and a bit of sun underneath it, and then tomorrow we'll come and mop it all up. I think Bill and Joe have got a little bit of wheat that they want to do, so if John goes off cutting that, I can either turn it into some more or chasing the baler with Morgan, moving straw, and we'll try and get baled up and caught up again. Some crows on this field. Never used to get loads of crows, but there seems to be more and more than ever nowadays. Maybe because the wood pigeons aren't in the way. This one again, dry in the middle really, but not at the outside. The Samash rake would be better because it would just turn it completely over. But the headland on this end where that was flooding, got some massive ruts again in it. And yeah, just with it being a demonstrator, I don't really want to smash someone else's machine up. It's not much fun turning straw, I think. It's 6:15 now. No, it's not. It's, where's the clock gone? What's the clock on? Yeah, 6:15, sorry, 16 minutes past 6. I've been out since 2 o'clock moving straw around. Done 66 acres. But at least it's nice and crispy. We're going to bale it tomorrow now. And it's definitely super dry. Back at the yard and it's 20 to 7. John and Morgan have cut that wheat. 9 tonne they got off it. It is wet. That bit, you know, where it flooded and we patched up. And we patched up with a variety that actually isn't designed for sowing so late on, but it's done 9 tonne, so that's pretty decent. Once it's dry, probably dry to about 6 tonne maybe, because it was so wet. But at least it's another field cleared. I started out how much straw I've got on the floor that I need to turn tomorrow. And we need to bale. There's another 100 acres of barley straw after the 66 acres of wheat straw. So that's, yeah, just shy of 170 acres of straw down. Annoying. Anyway, I'm going to stick everything away for the night and I'll go and show you the wheat that they've cut, see how wet it looks on the trailer. Just got back and I've just seen this on Instagram. So, story of a grandfather fined 3, well, I don't know, the headline doesn't match the description underneath. It's either 3,000 or 3,500 for allowing his grandson to ride on the tracks with him. Now, it's illegal for someone under the age of 13 to ride on a tractor, which is really sad because I got asked by a charity this weekend to take a tractor up to Aintree Racecourse because they've got some fire engines, some police cars, some supercars, and ill children, critically ill children. The taking them out in these fancy cars and police cars and stuff and giving them an experience. I said, I can come, but they can only sit in it. I can't take them for a ride on a tractor unless they're over 13. Because years ago when tractors didn't have cabs and children were pressing the clutch and falling off the tractors under the wheels or falling off the mud guards and sitting on them, they brought a law in and said they had to be 13 to ride in a tractor cab. Fast forward past that, ROPS frames have been invented. So rollover protection systems is what ROPS stands for. And all cabs now, all modern tractors have that. They also all have passenger seats. Not only with plastic bottles behind them, they also have passenger seats complete with seat belts. Now, I once raised this with HSE at an NFU meeting. I said, is that law not a little bit out of date? And their answer was, children die on farms. Most of the time they're struck by a vehicle though. Aren't they safer in it? Now, I know I'm opening a can of worms and they were like, children shouldn't be on farms. They live on them. James, we fenced the garden to stop him getting out. He can climb the fence. You know, we're teaching him not to come into the yard. But equally, if he's in the garden playing, and Charlotte's looking after Clara maybe or something like that, and he was to climb the fence out of watching and come and get run over, that is not good and is dangerous. Whereas if he was in a cab strapped in, surely it's safer. Obviously, cabs that don't have seatbelts or cabs that aren't glazed, fair enough, not at all. But I don't know, I think the law could be a little bit more sensible maybe. No one wants to see accidents, but equally, if children are with you and can learn the dangers, that goes a long way, and the common sense perhaps. But yeah, I don't know, I'm probably getting hundreds of comments on this video now saying that I'm completely wrong, and maybe even some people will say that I'm right. I don't know. I said it in an NFU meeting. The HSE told me that children shouldn't be on farms, not understanding that children live on them. And then after the meeting, everyone come up to me and said that they agreed with what I'd said, but no one stood up for me at the time, and I ended up like putting my head above the power pit and getting shot. But yeah, that's a little thing there. It's you know, 3,000 quid, bit heavy-handed when you look at what else is going on in the world. I mean, or the country for that matter. Going to do the birthdays while I'm in this shed before we go and look at that wheat. Someone on it you might recognise actually. Evie Wardle, I think it's pronounced, is 10. Ed Hampton's 14. Carl Barrett is 44. Cormac and Kane McGrath are 2, I think that's pronounced. Kyle George is on here. Daniel Weston's 37. Kez Coulson. TOB, that means tractor obsessed. So apparently he's tractor obsessed. Is on there. Is it he or is she? Kez. Oh, I got that wrong. Sorry if I have. Philip Morris, happy anniversary. John Dyke is on his 30th, and all right, Joe was 21 yesterday, I think it was, and I forgot, so sorry about that, Joe. Happy birthday to everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday it is. And now look, £75,144. 75,000. Can you? I remember it hitting 20,000, then hitting 25, then hitting 50. 75,000 is incredible. And I saw an article, or someone sent me an article, that one of the children in the horrific attack in Southport said that they owe their life to the air ambulance. So you should all pat yourselves on the back for having to put up reading the birthday bumpers out every day, because that is doing some serious good. Anyway, that is all for today. No, it's not. I'll go show you that trailer. Last load of barley going into the dryer now. That is, we dried the corn quicker than we dried the straw out. 1455 has been brought out of retirement to that trailer to grab the wheat from the field next to the yard. Let's just see how much is in it, shall we? Might be a two-handed job climbing up this. Not bad. Wants to go for the dryer and get cleaned a bit, but it's definitely worth patching up. I mean, there's 9 tonne, dries down maybe to 6 because it's pretty wet. 170 quid a tonne. What's that? Decent amount. That's today's quiz question. I can't do the maths, I'm too tired. Well, that pile's got smaller and that pile's got bigger, so that's a good sign. Chipper's been running all day. It's getting into the dry stuff now. That'll start to go through quicker as well. They've carved all this front edge off. Right, that is the end of the video today. If you made it this far, a bit like that'd be amazing. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. It was basically a family day out, really, apart from the contract getting stuck. But people seem to watch it, which was nice, because I thought it'd be a bit of a flop. But yeah, thank you for those that did. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.